Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to my video of me explaining my first ever PC build. I'm just gonna run through little things. This isn't scripted in any way, shape or form, so we're just gonna go off of whatever I say. Well, where do I start? Um, the PC build, getting the parts and that took a few months, and actually figuring out what would work with what. In the end, I went with a Corsair 5000D case. And it was an all Corsair build. Honestly, it was the best decision I ever made. I went with the fans. I went with LL120 RGB fans from Corsair. It came with its own fan hub, but in the end, I did not use that, as the AIO I'm using from Corsair comes with a Commander Pro core, and all of my 6 fans fit into that. And honestly, it is amazing. If you can go all Corsair and you can afford it, because it's quite pricey to be honest, I would highly recommend it because everything works well together in Corsair. I have a little few problems here and there, but you know, if you want me to talk about them, I can. I'll probably talk about them anyway. But yeah, that's the installation of them fans was incredibly easy. Here is the power supply I use. It's an 850 watt from Corsair. Incredibly reliable. It works perfectly. The cables that come with it, because it's fully modular, look beautiful. I wish my cable management was better, but you know, it was my first build. But it was a very good build, to be honest. It looks beautiful. This is a picture of it with the B550F gaming motherboard and the Ryzen 5800X processor in it. They are very good together. The motherboard has LED lights on it, unlike my old one, which tells me where problems are if there was booting problems, which there were at the start, but I managed to work my way through them. For some strange reason, I turned it on 20 times and it just suddenly started working. It was very odd, very odd. But yeah, that is the motherboard and processor. Here is it with the RAM in. I went with Corsair Vengeance 3200 Hertz, I do believe it is RAM. There's 64 gigabytes of it. It is a beautiful. It looks beautiful on the board. I had a few problems with installing it because I'm a moron and thought there was 2 clips on either side, but there isn't. There's only one. I'm looking at it currently because it's right next to me. Here is it inside of my 5000D case with the AIO attached. Getting that AIO installed was incredibly difficult. I did require the help of my mother, who graciously helped me. And yeah, I installed the AIO wrong at first. I actually installed it the wrong way round. I put the brackets on to mount to the AM4 bracket actually on the motherboard wrong way round, so it was upside down, so it actually wasn't making a connection. So the thermal paste pre-applied to the Corsair pump wasn't actually connected to the Ryzen processor until me and my mum figured this out after 10 minutes of me being a moron. But yeah, other than that, that went. Actually, no. Other than the other thing was that I on the motherboard it says there's an AIO fan pump, and I put it on there thinking it was going to be made for the fan pump. It turns out this had issues later on with booting up. It had always booted to BIOS because it said CPU fan not detected. So I had to move that to the CPU fan. Don't do that. Yeah, you can probably see it in that picture with the M.2 installed. But yeah, you can probably see the little thin cable. That is where the issue was. That was completely my fault, to be honest. You always remember, if you're going to build your own PC, connect the CPU, the AIO to the CPU fan header to not have the boot issue I had. But other than that, the AIO went on perfectly. Installation was a bit awkward, as I've said, but yeah, it went pretty well, to be honest. I will now show you some pictures and videos on my PC, and I'll thank everyone afterwards. Talk to you then. I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry it wasn't as cinematic as it could have been, but I'm not very good with cinematic pans and everything. If anyone wants to teach me, join my Discord server, link in description. But yeah, I'd like to thank Hyper, Rake, Jackson, Dr. Kuma, Hyper for donating £300 towards my PC. I greatly appreciate that. Rake towards actually starting this whole YouTube thing off, and me meeting all of the people I have met. Dr. Kuma for supporting me alongside Jackson. Them, them two supported me incredibly well, and making sure everything went to plan. They have helped a lot. Speaking of, Jackson is making his own game. If you come join Discord, if you want to help him with it, I think he wants help with AI. If you're gonna go and help him with that, please do. But yeah, that's all from me. I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who helped with the PC build, and yeah, now on to making better and bigger content.